Hey, welcome everybody. Dr. J. LaGuardia here, and I'm thrilled and excited to have Dr. Janice Hughes joining me today, who's one of our featured presenters on the Financial Freedom 2021 Summit coming up August 3rd and August 4th. And for those of you who don't know, I've known Janice better part of 20 years now, and she's been an incredible mentor in so many ways to me and my family, and specifically she has been a real thought leader when it comes to money mindset. And when we put this program together, I couldn't think of anyone better to teach the importance and the value of shifting mindset when it comes to creating wealth, abundance, and prosperity in your life. So first of all, Janice, thank you for joining me. And second of all, share with us and the audience exactly some of the nuggets you're going to drop on us in a couple of weeks.
Great. Well, thanks so much for having me, Jay. And I love this topic. How I've known Jay and his wife and kids for a lot of years, is based on some work I did, some consulting I did, that really spurred out of the first book that I wrote, which was called Inspired Wealth. And that led me on a journey. So I've been on a journey now for almost 20 years, just about money, and I'll call it coaching principles about money, and how much about money is actually right here, right between the ears, as, kind of my grandfather would talk about. And just what we think about, what we bring about. And so I'm just really excited to share, I'll call it coaching strategies, or ways that everyone attending your summit and within this network can just take some simple action steps to begin to pivot it. So it's great, even if you have a really abundant mindset. I mean, I have to tell you, this is something I work on every day. I still have to work on it every day in my life, so I'm excited to just share that perspective as a coach, but finding ways that everybody attending can just do some simple things that can really help impact and kind of shift their financial, their money DNA in essence.
I love what you just said, because I think it's important to emphasize no matter where you are on your, as far as you're expanding your financial knowledge and IQ, if you are well established and progressing nicely, it's something we need to revisit on a regular basis, because old beliefs, thoughts, and habits tend to creep up when we're stressed and can sabotage our wealth creation and our wealth mindset. So I love what you just said there, because it is true. It is something that I still constantly have to work on and review and refresh and renew, irregardless of where I am on my journey.
Yeah, I go back to years and years ago, and I'll laugh with people, listening may not even be from that era, but in the old cassette tape era. And then as everything went to, like the CDs that you could listen to in your vehicle, I still laughingly keep this CD that I belong to one of those, monthly clubs. And there was an amazing interview between Mark Victor Hansen and Tony Robbins. And they were really talking and sharing this conversation that they'd been having about money. And Mark Victor Hansen kept talking to Tony, because many of you know Tony Robbins and some of his background. He went, from nothing to big, back to nothing, like multiple times in his life and career. And so Mark Victor Hansen, who I laugh because he's so influential, but kind of slogged along in his, terminology. He was like, what? Like, Tony, how do you do this? And so they were having this conversation about how the aha moment came when Tony simply said to Mark, who do you hang around with? And he started to talk about it. And Tony said, well, there's your problem. You're a multimillionaire and you're hanging around with other millionaires or multimillionaires. And he said, the difference is I hang around bazillionaires. And Mark kind of laughed and he's like, yeah, like who? And he's like, well, people you don't know, but I pick their brain. I listen to them. And I still laugh. I don't even have anything anymore that plays those CDs, but I still keep it just as that reminder that I don't think it matters who we are and where we're at. there's always someone and something else we can learn. And that really comes into play with money. Like, we have some really ingrained habits and patterns, and it's from all those things we grew up with. Or one of the coaching principles, and anybody listening, like, if you're not even attending the summit, which you're crazy if you don't, because Jay, who you pull into these summits, is incredible. That just stop and think, if you're hearing this, about things that your mother said about money, or things that your father said about money. And it's amazing. Like I grew up with my dad saying, well, money doesn't grow on trees. And I still to this day have to watch or catch the things that I say, particularly, as you mentioned, when you're under stress. Because when we're stressed or we're backed up against a wall about anything, that's when that reptilian brain comes out. And guess what the reptilian brain is saying? Protect, protect, protect. It's not saying grow, think, advance, have this great abundance mindset. It goes completely back into protective mode.
You just absolutely nailed it when you said, who do you surround yourself with? And the reason we put this summit together was to put a collection of minds, experts, and ability to help each and every one of us advance our financial IQ, including myself. I know I'm going to learn a lot from
Yes.
amazing presenters such as yourself. And the thing is if you're truly committed to growing and expanding, you have to expand your influence. And so when we have put together such an influential group of thought leaders when it comes to financial mindset, you're right. It would be crazy not to take advantage of the wealth of knowledge that's going to be available, because I don't care where you are in your journey, there's still much to learn, relearn, remember, and renew. And that's what we're going to do on August 3rd and August 4th. So Janice, I'm so excited that you accepted my invitation to join us.
Well, thanks. I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely. And so I'll remind everybody, you can register at thetrippleplife.com/financial freedom 2021, thetrippleplife.com/financial freedom 2021. I will make sure that the link is embedded into the post here, so I'll make it simple and as easy for you. And if you are somebody who takes action and register in the next week or so, you can save some serious money, because hey, that's what we want to do. And we made the pricing incredibly affordable for anybody, so there's no excuse not to attend. Janice, looking forward to seeing you in just a few short weeks. Thanks for joining me today, and stay well.